fact that the current regime started campaigning the first day they were being sworn into office by doing a lot of damage to the immediate former regime, until many Kenyans almost believed the story that the current president was not part of the last regime. And yet for the 10 years and the first 5 years, it was almost like co-presidency. So if there are any mistakes attributed to Uhuru Kenyatta, he partook in those mistakes because he was in the cabinet. And when you're in the cabinet, it's a clearinghouse. When there are any differences, you're supposed to deal with those differences at that particular stage, so that when you come out of it, there is what we call collective responsibility. And if you did not raise a finger at the time those issues were being canvassed at the cabinet level, then you have no moral authority to tell us that was a regime that you are not part of. Of course, the second part of Uhuru's government, the current president was seen to be an outsider within the government, and therefore, and I think it was strategically done so that anything good was seen to be associated with him, and anything that the public did not really approve of, they made it appear that there were other powers within the system. And of course, he capped it all by talking of the dynasties and the hustlers, something that resonated with so many Kenyans, to the extent that he got a chance to occupy the house at the hill. This therefore means our democracy is not being properly structured. You remember, this democracy, the way we know it, started some time back. Of course, with the Greeks almost having some kind of consultation across the board, and later on that representative democracy, and the formation of the state as we know today took place in 1648, where in Westphalia the countries that were involved, about 13 of them, decided that we shall have common understanding, that none shall be attacked, none will get involved in the internal affairs of any other state. And therefore, there's what we see today as collective security. And that is something that was given to Africa after the colonialism. Then came the semblance of democracy. Otherwise, when you look at it strictly, we are here to get into that space where when you lose an election, it's still democracy. When you win, it's still democracy. We are dealing with democracy as if it is a commodity that is malleable, that I should turn it my way. As long as I'm doing that, it's okay. Today, if you are to listen to the president, you would actually think he's a leader of official opposition, because he's complaining about certain individuals that are hampering him from implementing certain projects. Yesterday, or the other day when he was in Meru, he was saying there are people who don't want a state house to be built in Meru. Really, who has told him that? Why should we imagine a situation that has not taken place? So these are some of the issues that we need. But the most important thing that I feel as a Kenyan is that we must do social reengineering of our nation, because I think the level of hostility that we have today, people are impatient about August next year. Whether there will be change, I don't know. But my worry is that there is so much hostility, there is so much negative feelings about each other, to the extent that you would actually imagine that these are people who have not shared anything in the past. But when you see the last 25 years, it has been just shifting from one side to the other, whether it was what they were calling code, whether it was NASA, whether it was Azimio last year and Kenya Kwanza. There's no political entity that has remained the same for more than 2 elections. It has been morphing from one to the other. And this therefore tells you we are poisoning our people. And I get worried at times when I imagine the next generation.